Good evening from me. It's 15th of April 2022, and this message is what Father is showing a sister and I, based on how personally involved he is in the affairs of our lives, and preparing us going forward into our end-time missions in the Remnant Army. It's like a testimony and signs of what's coming. As you can see here, it's a new chapter, and just how awesome the Father is in orchestrating our personal affairs, and he's just so awesome in the way that he does this. He loves us individually, each as his own child, and as we're obedient and surrendered to him, he will lead and guide us, and he will make things happen in our lives so that we are on the right path according to his will and purposes. So on December 5, I received a personal dream. I was making a video series for this channel, for Father's channel here, and the whole image dream was all white with just some black accents, so it was very bright, clear, and black and white, but mostly white. So that just means that it's what he was saying was black and white, and it's very clear. And the next scene I saw was the name of the new chapter of the series, which I won't say. But my story is very similar to what the sister received, which I'll share next. And so I prayed on it. I prayed into it, and I waited for confirmation. And then 2 days later, the first confirmation I saw was our next chapter. Our next chapter. And funnily enough, it was on a COVID-19 flyer that was sent in the mail to New Zealand mailboxes. So any New Zealanders listening might remember that. One of the flyers says, "Our next chapter." And I knew instantly that that was a confirmation. Holy Spirit just let me know. And then the next one, I received 3 on the very same day. The next one was a new chapter of life. And then the third one was the end of chapter 1. So this implies that I'm moving on to chapter 2 in my life. And then the fourth confirmation was December, 2 months later, and it was a new chapter has begun. And then another one was, let's see, it was called, I think it was called Your Next Chapter, and that was a personal prophetic word from a sister's channel. My Father is Joy, and interestingly enough, 26 Strongs is Abigail, of which symbolically in my personal life I am an Abigail who had a first husband, and Father separated us, and she was connected to her King David. And Abigail means, yes, my Father is Joy, and joy has been a word that's been part of my personal walk and journey since 2.5 years ago. And then the next confirmation, these are all a bit out of order, just on April 11 on the local news here, it was a story, if any New Zealanders watched the news here and heard the story about Possumborn, the rally car driver. The newsreader said, with the death of the owner comes a new chapter. And then on another day in March, I was just chatting to a friend, and she said the closing of a chapter. And then on 24th of March, I happened to see a video on my feed. It was a birthday video for someone, and it said, "New chapter, let's go." So that is 8 altogether. So after the first 3, I just kept receiving more and more confirmations about a new chapter is coming. And so I just realized with the 8 confirmations, 8 symbolizes new beginnings. So that was just perfect. So after I received the 3 confirmations on the fourth day, the dream was partially fulfilled, with full fulfillment 2 months later. And that evening, Sister Mel from Australia, she emailed me to tell me that she had just been released from her husband, and that Father had been showing her in different ways that this was going to happen. And 4 days later it happened. He said that he was finally ready to leave her, and this all happened in the very exact same time frame that it happened to me in a similar way. Sister Mel was shown a timeline, and after the release of her husband, it showed her rising up as a 144K warrior. So this is the very encouraging, exciting part. And I do recall a few years ago she told me that the reason she had to be separated from her husband was because he wasn't a part of her transformation. But yeah, that was amazing confirmation for both of us, that this is symbolic, not just for us two, but for all in the Remnant Army, that we're heading into a new chapter and being released from things, people, situations that are not a part of our end times mission. Father's just doing things to correct and realign and according to his ways. And so for my story, my next chapter, I've been shown, as I said in my previous video, 261 union to join in marriage, and how this connects also to the marriage of the Lamb. This is what's I'm being shown is coming next, and also people have been shown like a grand kind of ball or event where there are couples that are connected, where they meet. These are kingdom couples. Some will meet for the first time at this grand event, and others have already met here. There's so many different scenarios, and some of these kingdom couples, they're also already married to each other for many years as well. So there's so many different situations, but this is something that we're going to look forward to soon, I pray, all in God's timing, of course. And I think I will mention what I heard today, a word from a sister, is that the kingdom spouses are attached to our inheritance, part of crossing over into our promised land. So this is how special it all is. So I pray this really encourages and blesses you. I know we're under extreme attacks and testing, so I'm just really blessed to be able to bring these encouraging words for you. So God bless, and see you in the next video.